Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the saw that everyone loves to hate, the 450 Rancher. This saw gets so much hate on Facebook, in the Husqvarna groups. Guys will ask questions about them. Everybody's first response is to tell them, you need to go buy a pro saw. Go get an XP. Go find a this. Go find a that. Forget about that 450. And these aren't anything special, but they sure have sold a ton of them, and they have cut an awful lot of firewood for people for a number of years. And so I got this 450 in a group of saws that I bought a while ago, and it was rough. It had not been cared for the greatest. The top cover was broken. It was missing a few pieces, and so I scrounged up some eBay parts to put back on the saw and then went through it. I opened it up and took a look at the cylinder and the piston. Both were immaculate, in perfect condition, almost no visible wear anywhere. And I opted to do a little grinding on it. There's not a lot you can do with these. It's a clamshell saw with a plastic crankcase, and the squish on them is pretty wide to start with. So there's not a lot of gains to be had, but the transfer, I cut that back a little bit. I'll insert some footage here of some of the stuff we did. All right, gang, here we are with our 450 Rancher piston. Took a look at this. The cylinder is in great shape. There's a mark or two you can see visually through the camera, but you cannot feel anything in the cylinder. The exhaust timed out really good at 102, and so we left it alone, just cleaned out the carbon buildup that had been in it. Went ahead and lowered the intake port, lowered the floor of the intake to just above the impulse, get a little bit more intake timing out of it. And the transfers come on, and there's 15 degrees of blowdown in this saw. So we did cut out right here. We lowered this instead of being a straight corner, a 90-degree turn. We opened this up and then tapered that to flow up into the transfers just to help airflow. That's about all there is to do on it. And since it needed seals anyway, figured might as well do just a little bit of cylinder work. So we're gonna put her back together and we'll see how she runs. Cut the transfer, made it the air path a little smoother to get in there, and then opened up the intake just a little bit, shaped it and dropped it a little bit to give it a little more intake timing. We put the saw back together, cleaned out the carburetor, put it back together, fired it up, and it tuned right in, and it runs and it cuts just like new. And so, quite frankly, these are really economical. They can be had very cheaply, and with just a little bit of effort, they can be made to perform as good as they can. And they cut. They're slow, but they cut. So we're going to take this one out to a big ash log. It's more than the full bar of the saw. And we're going to make a few cuts with it and see how it runs. So I'll see you out at the log. All right, the little Rancher is running a 20-inch bar, full chisel, non-safety chain. This is well over full bar for this saw. This is about 20, 24 inches of ash. So we're just gonna cut on it and see how she performs. Now we're clearly pushing this saw past what it was designed to do, but it will damn sure cut big wood. It just takes a little bit of time. We'll go back in the woods here and we'll do some smaller blowdown pine, and where it really shines and it performs a lot better. Been working on clearing out, cutting up blowdown snags to burn here in the woods behind the shed for a while now. So this is much more what this saw was really designed to do. So let's cut a few rounds here and see how it does. The little Rancher, while not remotely a pro saw, does do a pretty doggone good job when you use it in the class of work that it was designed to do. And really, we shouldn't hate them nearly as much as everybody seems to hate them. Thanks for watching.